I'm sort of in a limbo spot in my life right now. I left Ireland in late 2025 after almost 6.5 years on the Emerald Isle, and I've been in semi-hibernation since, right here in North Wales. The next move is to Amsterdam for a few months as a non-resident. Gonna try and find a bit of work in the city and just enjoy the experience of living somewhere new, a new challenge and adventure. That's coming down the line in a couple of weeks. So being here at my parents' house, apart from writing and publishing a short novel, I've been a man of leisure, so to speak, not having to work for a wage, as is normal for me given the last 20 years in the catering industry. And in this leisurely state, I found my thoughts wandering, as you might expect, and some strange and strong feelings have surfaced. I'm not a huge fan of nostalgia, but I've found that as a middle-aged person, my mind does have an inclination, let's say. It likes to travel back in time and dig up the good, the bad and the ugly of yesterday. I've been thinking about my school days back in England, and yes, plenty of bad and ugly shit has indeed emerged as Mr. Brain reaches for those dusty memories. As for the good, one period keeps flashing at me and demanding attention. So, it was early 1995, and I'd just been kicked out of my old form class for being a naughty boy. They put me in another form where I ended up making friends with a new set of naughty boys, and we just had a ball, really. We were a bunch of delinquent arseholes, 13, 14 years old, obnoxious, little cider drinking, pot smoking dickheads up to no good. I became best friends with a kid named Paul, and I used to hang out with him and his pals in a village called Donisthorpe, next to the one where I grew up, and I got to know his family a bit. We were wild. Criminals, in truth. And eventually the cops caught us breaking into the old church hall, and then my parents banned me from hanging out with Paul indefinitely. This period only really lasted for a couple of months, but the events of this brief window from more than 30 years ago are still available to me on replay. I think there's two core reasons I look back on this time fondly. One is the reckless freedom we were enjoying for the first time in our lives, and the second was simply the sense of togetherness that we had. Our little crew of troublemakers. The best of times? A sunny period of youth, the first flush of liberty. It can't really be compared to profound or wonderful occurrences in adult life, and you can't really put it in a bottle and live it again. Life doesn't work that way. It was a wild time, I'll simply say that, and wild felt so good back then.